keeping this thing working. See, it's one of the issues. It just drags on and on and on. Why didn't you try turning it in months ago? I fucking did. I had to find somebody to turn it in with me because I know how cops will treat me if it's just me. Especially if I've just been through a situation like that. No, they're not good. No, they're not kind. They might talk nice, but that's all you'll ever get out of them. And it's horrible. Christ, I can't keep that pace up. This is not okay. This is definitely not okay. It's not okay. This is 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 not okay. It's not okay. This is not okay. It's not okay. It's not okay. It is definitely not okay. It's not okay. When signs of trauma are used as an excuse to ignore the victim, that is so fucked up. And then there's all these folks want to reword everything that I fucking say into something else. Whatever they can reword it into to make it not their job. That's not fucking okay either. Fuck this goddamn country and everyone in it. Don't nobody care about anybody's rights but their own, and that's why none of y'all deserve any. I try fighting for equality, but then again, I'm told I need to go to the back of the bus because I'm white. I'm told I got to go to the back of the bus because I got a penis. And still, I'm expected to fight for a bunch of people's rights that ain't fighting for mine. Meanwhile, fighting for their rights, how does it help mine? When we're changing the laws so that it's more illegal for cops to abuse the shit out of somebody who's brown or black, that's fucked up. Do you know why? Because it's already illegal. It's already illegal. What we need is for there to be some way for those laws to actually have teeth. And how's that going to happen when cops can do whatever they want whenever they want? This is not fucking okay. See, here's the thing about these people not understanding. I need a safe fucking place to make these goddamn calls. If I'm gonna sit there listening to you fucking talk for fucking hours on end and we have to do every other goddamn thing, fine. Once we get everything you want done, will you fucking help? Christ. No, you won't. You're just gonna fucking watch. No matter what, they're just gonna fucking change the laws to magically make every goddamn thing okay. No, they needed to do something about this fucking bullshit. I cannot defend myself. Are you not fucking understanding that? This is not fucking okay. This is not fucking okay. It is on them to come and collect the fucking evidence. For me to have to provide it. I have the evidence. They just need to fucking look at it. But they're making it impossible. None of you listen to me. You have your own bullshit in your head, and that's what you listen to. All I'm doing is wasting resources here. I don't have the fucking resources to goddamn waste. Fuck this goddamn Nazi town. Hell, fuck the whole goddamn country. There ain't no good people here. Just a bunch of cowards. They look the other way. They look the other way while you're beaten to death. They look the other way while you're stabbed. They'll look the other way. They will look the other way. And for me, having to protect myself in the way that I do, it's fucking inhumane to force somebody to do this. And don't tell me it's not forced. Oh, God.
Hey, Sean.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm not as pretty as I was yesterday. I was going to see if I could pretend I like you for a cigarette.
Oh, I got you, Sean.
I still got to try to get the cops to do their jobs about the Molly situation. That's been a pain.
Take one for later, too, okay?
Thank you.
Yeah, dude. I'll be in there for a couple hours now.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any of the records of the stuff with Molly? Or any stuff on camera?
I'll have to, he's not here yet. I don't see his truck here yet. I don't know how far back to keep it. We have a different HR person than was here when all that was going on. But I'll ask Big John, our loss prevention guy.
All right, because I got a bunch of the stuff recorded. I just can't get the cops to take it seriously because I'm disabled. Can't get any of the places that I'm supposed to go to as a disabled person to do anything because I use big words.
They're scared.
Oh, they better be. My mouth is mighty and so is my voice.
When I see loss prevention, I'll ask for you.
Thank you, sir. All right, so the first two times I asked, I got, well, you're gonna have the police come down and ask for it. But we could have them come down and take a look, is what they said the first time. It wasn't Caleb. That's the guy I was just talking to. It was, God, not Rob. What's that other guy's name? Jesus, too many people, you know? And one of the things is I kept on having people that were coming up and telling me all the fucked up shit that all these people were doing to them. And a lot of times, you know, I don't go recording every single situation because, well, like I said, I got 9 hours worth of ability to record on my emergency device. But there's 24 hours in a day. I have to keep in mind it may be 2, 3, 4, even a week. But it could be at least 2 or 3 days of a delay just based on one little issue of somebody was supposed to call me. And it is important enough to get help that I do have to take an entire day out to receive that call if that's what's necessary. I tapped out. See, that's what y'all ain't getting. I already tapped out. I tapped out in Virginia in 2016. I was done. If they needed me in case of emergencies, I'd be there for them. But other than that, no. I've seen this happen before. I saw a lot of situations where women who didn't get what they wanted went and destroyed an innocent man's life, and it's horse shit. And right over there is dog shit. Delicious, nutritious. Looks just like chicken. So, one of my things, the paperwork says that I have L4 and L5, or L3 and L4. Shit, I can't remember now. The other set of paperwork that I have says there's a wedge in my T11. I don't know what the technical or medical term would be for wedge, but what they wrote down was wedge. These predators are using my disabilities as an excuse to do nothing. They're also going out of their way to ignore the homeless. The homeless need to be armed. We need to have guns. We need to have swords, machetes, explosives. We need to have an infrastructure set in place to defend ourselves, because the United States government and its people have shown outright that we are not human beings to them and they don't give two shits. The homeless are martial law. You do need to defend yourselves, and you need to defend the other homeless people. If you cannot do that, then you deserve every bit of punishment that comes to you, courtesy of the United States government and its people. I've done some pretty crazy things out of desperation, but they were desperate. I'm glad I got to talk to Caleb again. I probably got about, I don't know, I try to record every time I go in there just in case I see Molly, just in case I see some of the scutters. There's one of them I like a lot and get along with, and the other ones, well, they're witness to and privy to situations that happened with Molly that needed to be turned in and needed to be done quickly. A lot of people like to throw it in my face. They're like, oh, well, I make friends. I made a lot of friends. Well, yeah, sure, but are your friends really your friends? Are you homeless on the streets, or are your friends because you happen to go out and be friends with homeless people because you got a house now and they come over with pot? Being forced into homelessness because of Natalie's death was the most fucked up thing. Because that's what's prevented me from having a safe environment where I can conduct this business. It's what's prevented me from having access to the internet and housing and help all at the same time. I gotta have help while I don't have housing or internet, while I'm stuck out here. But does it really help? No, these people are just pretty words. Oh, Sean, you just need to let it go. You just need to let it go. No. You people letting it go is what has resulted in this happening for so long. Even with it as blatant as it is. Yes, this shit drives somebody fucking nuts. It makes it difficult to communicate. And then being stuck in public, having to do this and having to record it so that I can make sure that everything is in fact recorded. That these people, when they lie to me, that it is recorded. How did I get so many people that did not come forward and should have. How did I get them recorded? Well, I spoke to them about the situations, and they spoke to me about the situations. I recorded their reasons for not coming forward. Whether they were reasons or excuses, that's not up to me. They're excuses for not looking at evidence, for claiming that they would, for claiming they would go in with me to turn it in. But they didn't fight for my rights, not one little bit. That's the horrible part. In the end, none of them ever helped to turn in the evidence or helped to turn in the parts that they were a part of. All because their own personal dramas. And those personal dramas also included depriving me of my resources. I'm a disabled person. Hey, Mike.
Have a good day, bro.
You too, will do. And I have to deal with the fact that people are afraid of the homeless and they hate the homeless. And of course, a lot of folks keep reminding me the looks are important. Well, I already know that. But while you guys just look at it only from a strictly party point of view, I do read a lot of the studies on things like that. It's because it's important to know. And yes, these things are allowed in court. The problem is none of these people are going to do their jobs unless you care. I want you to imagine how much damage has been created by forcing me to go public with this instead of working with me to get this turned in properly. All these folks who wanted to say all these things, if they're true, then you need to come forward about them instead of letting me get treated like I'm fucking nuts. This is not fucking okay. I had no representation at any point in time, and that is never okay. Clerical errors on behalf of so-called professionals. Yeah, I have to try to turn in every one of those because every one of those is an excuse for them. Oh, it's not their fault. Somebody else made a mistake. Oh, well, it's not that big of a mistake, so it's no big deal. It destroyed my life. Every one of those little clerical errors adds up. And all I can do is take the abuse. Because I don't have help turning it in. I'm stuck trying to do it from inside of Fred Meyer's. You know how inappropriate it is to force somebody to do that? Fucking disgusting.